Hello everyone, Daisy here again with another layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and today I am using the View from Above cut file, and I absolutely love these little hot air balloons, and so I definitely wanted to use them. So I started out with a piece of white cardstock and I sprayed some, I think it's lavender, um, Distress Oxide spray down onto the background and then let it kind of splatter out. And here's the photo I'm going to use. It's one of my many firework photos from I think this summer. And I'm just going to position the clouds and the hot air balloons around it. Now this is sped up pretty quick just because it is a lot of me backing my cut files, and that's not really super interesting, but I did leave it in just so I can show you. I use a white gel pen and trace around my cut file and then go in and cut it out. So here I'm cutting out to back this flower design that's in this hot air balloon, and actually I end up doing something a little bit different, and you'll see here in a second what I'm going to do. So again, I traced around it in my white gel pen, and now I'm going to cut just inside my line. I'm using this beautiful orchid colored cardstock from the Cardstock Warehouse, and the blue is Blue Raspberry, also from the Cardstock Warehouse, and I just love how bright and vibrant the colors are. So instead of backing this cut file, I used the cut file, traced it around, I cut out each of the pieces, and I'm going to lay it on top. And I really like the kind of dimension this adds, and it also kind of breaks up that blue color a little bit. So I'm just cutting around this daisy shape and cutting the petals apart so that I can kind of fold them up a little bit. And then I'm just trying to decide which paper to use. This is from the Dear Lizzie Serendipity collection, and I chose the side of this paper that kind of went with that blue raspberry. It's got a bunch of words on it, and I thought that with the bright colored flowers that I would go with something a little bit, a little bit lighter for the background. Now for this next balloon, when I was cutting it out of my silhouette, it was too close to the edge or something, and it accidentally cut a little line, so I end up positioning the balloon to cover that up, so you can't see the mistake. But what I'm going to do is, using this piece of paper, also from the Serendipity collection, I'm going to cut out strips and kind of create these banners to lay over the top, like I did with the flowers. And again, it kind of breaks up that color and allows the cut file to shine. Now I ran out of my Tombow Mono Multi, which is what I usually use, and I'm using this On Point glue, and I'm not a huge fan because it's a little too liquid for me and it doesn't dry as fast, but it has a nice fine tip on it, so I do like that part of it. And now I'm just going to take my clouds and I'm just gluing them down to some vellum. I thought that I was trying to use some pattern paper behind them, but it was just too much, so I just decided the vellum would be the easiest way to go. And then I'm going to cut those out. For easy shapes like clouds, I find that it's easier to glue it down, get it really, stuck down well, and then cut around the shape. So here you see me just playing with my layout again, and I'm covering the baskets up. I'm not going to back the baskets with anything. I was thinking about it, and then I decided it wasn't really necessary, so I'm just using the clouds to cover it up so you can see the basket, but not, not 100%, because the vellum kind of blends it out a little bit. So I'm just going to pop my photo up on some fun foam and then back it with this paper, and this is from a different Dear Lizzie collection. Can't remember which one. but I just used a little kind of scrap piece that I had, and now I'm just going to adhere all of these down. I love that lavender. I can't remember if it's lavender, but it's or periwinkle, but it's the kind of light purple spray from Distress Oxide inks, and it is, I just love how it's sprayed on the background and all the little splatters that came out. It just gives it a really unique kind of look. So now I pulled out these a very cheap holographic stickers that I think I got at the dollar store, and I put them in the centers of the flowers. They were the perfect color for that. And then I was playing around with these One Canoe 2 enamel shapes, but I end up not liking it very much, so I do pull those off. So I'm going to work on my title here, and I can't remember what my original idea was, but I didn't have enough letters, I think. So I was going to go with the word stars, something with stars. I can't remember, like aim for the stars or something like that. But that doesn't end up working out because, like I said, I don't have enough S's, I think. But when I pulled off those enamel shapes, it removed some of the paper, so I have to cover it up. So I'm going to move my title down below here. And so you can see I'm working with that, but then I can't find anything to finish the rest of my title that I like. So I'm going to change it to Keep Your Head in the Clouds. And so I'm going to use these navy blue small thickers from Paige Evans. And I'm going to change out, and I love these other thickers. These are part of the Sparkle City collection, and I love them. And so I'm changing my title here to say Keep Your Head in the Clouds, and I like how that's placed. I'm just making sure that it's covering up where I tore the paper. And then I'm going to come in with some sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. Oh, first I'm going to add this little bow. I had a little piece where my papers weren't matching up nicely, so I had to cover it up. So I used a little bow, and then I'm using these Simple Story phrase stickers. And then I'm outlining my page with a silver gel pen. And then I'm going to start with the sequins. And I'm using this one called Hazy Summer, and it's one of my favorite mixes. It has all the right colors in it for this layout, light blue and pink and navy. I'm also kind of jazzing up my my top balloon there by adding some sequins to the banners. Now I'm coming in with another mix and adding a different color blue, and then I'm going to add some sparkle ones. But there was just a brand new release over at the shop, so don't forget to head on over to the COAPA Cut File Etsy shop. There will be a link down below. And also, if you don't already, head on over to the Facebook group and join there. You'll find out when all the releases are happening and when design team projects are up. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!